All right, so today we're diving into cybersecurity,
Okay.
but with a bit of a twist.
Interesting.
We're not going to be focusing on prevention this time,
Right.
but instead, what happens
Mm-hmm.
after a cybersecurity incident?
I see.
Like, how do you bounce back stronger
Okay.
than ever? And
Yeah.
specifically, we're going to be looking at
Okay.
the recover function
Okay.
of the NIST Cybersecurity Framework.
Makes sense.
And we're using a great episode of the Compliance Officers Playbook
Okay.
podcast as our guide.
Yeah.
It's a really, really good one.
Awesome.
So,
Yeah.
this idea of bounce back ability,
Mm-hmm.
it's not
Yeah.
if, but when things go wrong.
Right.
So let's say
Good.
ransomware hits your business,
Right.
or maybe there's a data breach.
Mm-hmm.
This recover function
Okay.
has 6 key elements
Gotcha.
that'll help you navigate that chaos.
Yeah.
And the first one
Okay.
is restoring your systems and services, which sounds pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Like you just
You would think so.
hit restart, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
yeah.
looking through the source material,
Okay.
there seems to be a lot more to it
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
than just hitting that restart button.
It's not as simple
Oh,
as it sounds.
Interesting.
You have to be absolutely certain
Okay,
that your systems are clean before you even think about going live again.
makes sense.
Imagine restoring from a backup
Oh.
that still contains malware.
Oh, no.
That would be a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah, that's
Like stepping out of the frying pan
Right.
into the fire.
Yeah, so before you even think about
Wow.
restoring from that backup,
Yeah.
verify, verify, verify.
Exactly.
Especially in a ransomware situation.
Uh-huh.
You want to be 100% sure
Yeah.
that every trace of that malware is gone.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say you've scrubbed everything clean. Systems are back online.
Yeah.
What about the data itself?
That brings us to the second element,
Okay,
data restoration.
got it.
And this is where your backup strategy
Okay.
becomes your best friend. And I don't mean just any backup.
Okay,
We're
yeah.
talking about a robust,
Yeah.
comprehensive system
Uh-huh.
that captures everything.
This makes me think about my own backups.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm not sure
That's
they're as
pretty-
comprehensive as I'd like them to be.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a good reminder
Yeah.
to check.
It's a good point.
But
Yeah.
even with backups,
Right.
how do you even know that the data itself?
That's a great question.
Okay.
Data integrity checks are crucial.
Okay.
You need to verify that nothing was corrupted
Hmm.
during the attack
Okay.
or even during the restoration process itself.
Interesting.
Think of it like checking your luggage
Okay.
after a flight.
Right.
You want to make sure everything arrived intact.
Yeah. So we've got systems back online,
Mhm.
data's restored,
Yep.
verified.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next step?
This is where we move into the human element
Okay.
of recovery
Right.
communication.
Right.
Element number 3 emphasizes
Yeah.
the importance of clear, transparent,
Mm-hmm.
and timely communication,
Okay.
both internally within your organization
Right.
and externally
Yeah.
with stakeholders, clients, maybe even regulators.
And this is especially critical if personal data was exposed.
Absolutely.
Right.
There might be legal requirements for notification, and
Uh-huh.
transparency is key
Okay.
to maintaining trust with your customers.
So think about it.
Yeah.
During a cyber incident,
Right.
everyone is on edge.
Mm-hmm.
Tensions are high.
Yeah.
Clear communication
Right.
helps manage expectations.
For sure.
Calm nerves.
Yeah.
Keeps everyone informed about what's happening
Exactly.
and what steps are being taken.
It can be the difference between a chaotic mess and a controlled, manageable situation.
So, okay, the dust settles.
Yeah.
You've communicated clearly.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully everyone is breathing a little easier.
Right.
What's next?
Not so fast.
Okay.
Element 4 is all about looking back
Okay.
before you move forward.
Right.
It's time for the post-incident analysis.
So it's not about placing blame,
Right.
but more about learning from the experience.
Like a debriefing
Yeah.
after a project,
Okay.
but with much higher stakes.
Right, exactly.
Were your backups reliable?
Okay.
Did your recovery plan work as
Wow.
smoothly as you'd hoped?
Right.
Did your team know what to do?
Okay.
This is where you dissect the entire event.
Got it.
From the initial attack vector
Right.
to the effectiveness of
Yeah.
your response.
Mm-hmm.
You're turning a negative experience
Right.
into an opportunity for growth.
This is where it gets really interesting for me.
Yeah.
It's about taking that experience,
Mm-hmm.
all those lessons learned, and using them to build a stronger, more resilient organization,
Exactly.
which I believe that's element number 5,
You got it.
building future resilience.
Recovery isn't just about getting back to where you were
Okay.
before the incident.
Right.
It's about becoming even stronger
Different.
and more prepared for whatever comes next.
So let's say that ransomware attack did hit
Okay.
after going through this whole recovery process.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you decide to invest
Yeah.
in even more robust backup solutions
Right.
or implement
Yeah.
better network segmentation.
Exactly.
It's about taking those lessons and turning them into action.
Precisely.
It's a continuous cycle.
It is improvement.
Each incident,
Mm-hmm.
while undesirable,
Right.
offers valuable insights
Absolutely.
that can be used
Yep.
to enhance your overall cybersecurity posture.
For sure.
So we've talked about learning from our mistakes,
Mm-hmm.
but how do we know
Yeah.
if our improved plan
Right.
is actually going to work
Mm-hmm.
when it matters most?
Yeah.
Like, we don't want to wait
Right.
for another incident to find out
Yeah.
that we missed something crucial.
You're hitting on a key point. You
Right.
can't just assume
Okay.
that your recovery plan is perfect.
Right.
That's where the sixth and final element comes in.
Okay.
Testing and drills.
So it's like a fire drill,
Exactly.
but for your data.
You practice evacuating a building
Right.
in case of fire,
Yeah.
and you should practice your data recovery procedures
Okay.
in case of a cyber attack.
You wouldn't wait until a fire breaks out
Right.
to figure out your escape route.
Exactly.
You practice so that when the pressure's on,
Mm-hmm.
you can act
Yeah.
quickly and effectively.
Regular testing helps you identify
Right.
any gaps
Right.
or weaknesses in your plan.
Makes sense.
Maybe your backups aren't as complete as you thought.
Okay.
Or maybe your
Yeah.
communication channels break down.
Under stress.
Okay.
You want to find these issues
Yeah.
before they become a real problem.
So it's not just about having a plan on paper.
Exactly.
It's about making sure
Right.
that plan is actually going to work
Yeah.
when you need it most.
What's fascinating here
Yeah.
is that testing also helps build confidence
Right.
within your team.
Okay.
When they've practiced the procedures,
Hmm.
they'll be much more likely
Right.
to respond effectively under pressure.
It's like that saying, practice makes perfect.
Right.
You don't want to be scrambling to figure things out in
Exactly.
the heat of the moment.
Muscle memory is crucial in a crisis.
Right.
And that brings us back
Okay.
to the bigger picture.
All right.
The recover function
Yeah.
isn't just a set of technical steps.
Well, yeah.
It's a mindset.
Defense of resilience.
Precisely.
Right.
It's about accepting that incidents can and do happen.
Yeah.
And having the confidence and the tools
Okay.
to bounce back stronger. It's about embedding that resilience
Yeah, exactly.
into your organization's DNA
Yeah.
from the top down.
Okay. So let's recap these 6 key elements
Yeah.
we've covered today.
Okay.
We talked about restoring systems and services securely, making sure data is restored and verified, clear and timely communication
Right.
throughout the process,
Yep.
the importance of that post-incident analysis,
Yeah.
building future resilience
Mhm.
by learning from experiences,
Right.
and finally,
Okay.
testing and drills
Yes.
to make sure you're truly prepared.
Each of these elements
Right.
plays a vital role
Mm-hmm.
in ensuring a smooth and successful recovery.
It's a holistic approach to
Yeah.
bouncing back from
Yeah.
adversity.
It's like a cybersecurity safety net.
Yeah.
You hope you never have to use it,
Right.
but you're incredibly grateful.
Absolutely.
It's there when you do.
And that safety net is crucial
Yeah.
in today's digital landscape.
Right.
The threat landscape is constantly evolving,
Mhm.
and attacks are becoming more sophisticated.
Right.
You need to be prepared
Okay.
to weather the storm
Yeah.
and come out on the other side
Right.
stronger than before.
Knowledge is power, right?
It is.
Understanding this recover function
Yeah.
is incredibly empowering.
It gives you the tools and the framework
Right.
to not just survive a cyber incident,
Like-
but to thrive in the aftermath.
You're not just a victim.
Right.
You're a learner,
Exactly.
an adapter,
Uh-huh.
and ultimately a
Yeah.
champion of your own
Right.
cybersecurity destiny.
And that's the beauty of this framework.
Yeah.
It equips you
Uh-huh.
with the knowledge and the strategies
Right.
to turn a potential setback
Right.
into a springboard for growth.
It's like turning lemons into lemonade.
Exactly.
But for cybersecurity,
Yeah.
you're taking a negative experience
Right.
and transforming it
Yeah.
into something positive
And that positive transformation is essential. Right.
or long-term success
Yeah.
in today's digital world.
So what does this all mean for
Mhm.
you, our listener?
It means that even in the face of cyber threats,
Okay.
you have the power
Right.
to control your own narrative.
You're not at the mercy of hackers,
Exactly.
malicious actors.
You have the knowledge and the tools
Right.
to protect yourself.
Yeah.
recover effectively and build a more resilient future for your organization.
It's about taking ownership
Right.
of your cybersecurity journey
Yeah.
and embracing the challenge.
And with that, we've covered the essential elements of the recover function.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up,
Okay.
I want to leave you with one final thought.
Right.
Cybersecurity is a journey, not a destination.
Right.
The recover function ensures that even after a setback, you can emerge stronger and more prepared.
It's a reminder that resilience is not just about bouncing back.
It's about bouncing forward.
Yeah.
So even if you get knocked down, you get back up, dust yourself off, and come back even stronger.
Right.
Knowing what you need to do to improve your security posture.
It's about continuously adapting and evolving your cybersecurity practices to stay ahead of the curve. And that's something you really emphasize.
Oh, absolutely.
In your note.
Let's be real. Cybersecurity can feel overwhelming sometimes.
That's right. It can be a lot.
But the good news is you don't have to figure it all out on your own.
There are so many resources available.
That's true.
To help you build that resilience.
Like what?
Well, from industry best practices
Okay.
and government guidelines, like the NIST framework we've been discussing, to cybersecurity firms that specialize in incident response.
It's a collaborative effort.
It is.
There's a whole community of experts and professionals ready to lend a hand.
So don't be afraid to reach out.
Right.
Ask questions.
And learn from others who have been through similar experiences.
We're all in this together.
Yeah.
Striving for a safer, more secure digital world.
And the recover function is a vital part of achieving that vision.
Key to not just surviving, but thriving in the face of cyber threats.
Well said.
I think we've given our listener a solid understanding of the recover function.
I think so.
And its importance in the overall cybersecurity landscape.
We've covered the key elements, the mindset, and the resources available to help you build resilience.
Hopefully our listener is walking away feeling empowered and ready to tackle any cybersecurity challenge that comes their way.
Because knowledge is power.
Yes, it is.
And with the right knowledge, you can turn any setback into an opportunity for growth.
So keep learning.
Keep adapting.
Keep striving for a more secure digital future. And on that note, I think it's time to wrap up this deep dive.
Thanks for joining us today.
It was great having you.
Remember, stay curious.
Stay informed.
And stay secure.